Welcome to the Tonto's Demise podcast. I'm Detonator's Tonto Bull 6 champ sitting here with...
Hey Brian, this is Matt Delling, Tonto Bull 1 and 3 champion. Say hello to your mother for me.
I didn't see that coming. That's great. All right, now I'm thrown off. So that song goes out to Craig and anybody else who enjoys good music. Detling, myself, Craig went to the Courtney and Barnett show down here at Stage AE last week. Phenomenal show.
Phenomenal. Rocked it, man.
Yeah,
I loved it.
She's incredible.
She is incredible, actually. Yeah. I was surprised at how good she is.
Yeah. Great guitar player. I mean, great songwriter. She does it all. Yeah.
Good band, too.
Yeah, really good band. But, like, I was impressed by just, like, her actual chops, like, doing some amazing solo work, like, everything. So, if you ever get a chance to see her, you wouldn't be disappointed.
Yeah, the Jillian Welch cover was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was just her stand alone. And it wasn't like a rock song, you know?
No.
Yeah, I dug it. I definitely had a good time. I'd definitely go see her again.
She's multifaceted. Some songs were punk rock, some were folk rock, some were pop, some were weird and artsy. Like, she's just talented.
Yeah, avant-garde.
Yeah.
Avant-garde, I believe it. Yeah. Also, she's an Aussie.
Yeah, an Aussie mate.
Beautiful language.
That's
Oi,
right.
oi, give me another Foster's. Oi.
Yeah. If I wasn't married, man, I would have proposed.
Yeah, well, no, you could have proposed to her. I would have proposed to the lead singer of Les Butcherettes.
Ooh, man, I like the drummer. Now we're getting off topic.
She was, but if I would have proposed to Les Butcherettes, it would have been a whirlwind marriage. It probably would have been over in like 1 year. Her trying to kill me like 4 times.
Like 1 weekend.
Yeah, 1 weekend. She would kill me tried to kill me 4 times. Probably would have wrote like 3 albums about it.
But it might be the best weekend of your life.
Exactly, and she definitely would have been my wrecking ball.
All right, Delling. Let's get this show on the road. Unfinished business.
And there it is, folks. As you know, my victory song, Hoist That Rag by Tom Waits. It's very gritty, like my team. We're a very gritty team. We're struggling. We're trying to hoist ourselves out of a hole that we dug by playing, I believe at the time, the top 4 teams in the league in a row. So, a murderer's gauntlet, basically, which I did not survive at all. Went going, I think it was 0-3.
0-3. Are you in a 2-game winning streak now?
I am, I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm 3-4.
Yeah.
This week's opponent that hoisted the rag on was none other than Jimmy Huber. This one was hard for me because poor Jimmy was 0-6, right? Oh no, 0-5.
Yeah. Now he's 0-6.
Okay, 0-5. This is like the best way I can describe this feeling is there was an episode of Anthony Bourdain, I think Parts Unknown, and I think I've talked about this who knew how many years ago on this podcast, where he went up into a little village, I think in Thailand or Vietnam or something. He had to ride little tiny boats up this river for like 2 to 6 hours, something like that, crazy. 2 to 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours. He got to this village. You know, these people don't have like normal things like electric and stuff. Yeah. And they were so excited to have him. They were having a big feast, and the main course was pork.
Okay.
But what you should do is, but Anthony Bourdain did not realize that in order to be part of the feast, that even though he was a celebrated guest of, he had to participate in the kill.
Okay.
And Anthony Bourdain, for being, you know, a chef and stuff that loves all kinds of food and stuff, does not support like killing animals, like.
Right.
So he did not want to take part in it, but he needed to take part in it for this.
Part of their culture.
Yeah, part of their culture, and they like. When you're watching the show, it shows the part where they're wrestling with the pig, and Anthony Bourdain like comes out of nowhere and he gets on top of the pig and he takes the knife right underneath the throat and he cuts it, but you don't see that part specifically, but they cuts it and like then they cut out real quick, and then later on they show you the pig like being roasted on the stick, and then Anthony Bourdain is over by the water, sitting there by himself, and and talking. They go to talk to him about it. And he's just like how he feels sick inside, and that they took a life of an animal, and just that even though he had to do it, he didn't want to, and he doesn't support this sort of thing, and just made him feel awful about himself.
So you didn't want to kill Jimmy?
I did not want to beat Jimmy. I feel bad that he was 0-5 and he's going to go to 0-6. I know it helps me, but Jimmy suffered a lot, and just by kicking him while he's down right now, I feel like we're all kicking him while he's down.
It might be one of those things where it's like you see a helpless animal and you just want to kill it so that the suffering stops.
I guess I would have called Jimmy helpless.
No. His team,
fully capable.
His team is on the verge of helplessness, and I mean, it would take a lot for him to come back to life. So
Right.
It might be better for his art career. Everyone keeps saying it, and he's probably like, "F you guys, I want to win this thing," which I think he might have called in this week. So we'll have to check.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So maybe we'll get, because it'll be the first call of the year.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
From Jimmy. So, but yeah, I know what you mean. You hate to see somebody suffer so much.
Right.
And you hate to be the next person.
Yeah. But so we'll just call that song is not a fuck you to you, Jimmy. That is like an honor song, like an army song, like
Okay.
event. Not like when you win the war, you also play a song for the loss of the others.
Yeah.
Now, if it was like Bigler, it would definitely be a fuck you song.
Oh yeah.
But for you, Jimmy,
2 middle fingers.
yeah, not 2 middle fingers for Jimmy. That's for Bigler.
No, yeah.
But for Jimmy, it's a song for the lost.
Yep. But everything's gone wrong for Jimmy. Anything that could has. So I think maybe
Bad trades.
he might feel as though he's
Taken
ready
advantage of?
Yeah, taken advantage of and ready to be put out of his misery. I don't know. I can't speak for him, but
Yeah.
I might feel that way and just turn the page, start looking at next year, even though it's a long ways away.
It is, yeah. As long as,
It's like good 10
as always,
months.
just keep on fighting the whole season.
That's right. You got to fight. Take down Kubisik, whoever you're going to play. I don't know if you played him or not, but if you didn't, take him down.
Yeah, if you took Kubisik down, that'd be legendary.
Yeah. All right. My unfinished business is very quick. It's with myself. There's no reason under this beautiful blue sky that I should have played Javon Kerr. So it's one of those things that I felt like I had needed to. I was being bullheaded about it. Every rankings that I looked at, they said play Duke Johnson. And I should have, because Carlos Hyde wasn't there. Duke Johnson didn't light the world on fire, but you know what? If I had played him, I would have won. So I taught myself a lesson. Don't try to get too cute, just to try to prove a point. Go with the numbers, go with the stats. Just hate to lose a game at all, but I don't know. 122 points, you should never win anyway.
No, you
Bean,
don't deserve it.
Bean, you don't deserve it either, but somebody's got to win. So, congrats on the win. We're now tied, but I think you're ahead of me by points by like 10, so whatever. It'll make things interesting for the long run. So,
Yes, it will.
that's all I got.
Bitch better have my money.
You got it?
Bitch.
All right, let's take a look at the pickups of the week. Which one was the best? I haven't really looked at these too much, to be honest with you. Let's start with the lowest paid one, and then we'll go all the way up to the most.
All right, lowest paid would be none other than Craig picking Mason Crosby back up for $13.
Did he drop him?
I believe he dropped
That's
him to
funny.
have Rosas because the Green Bay have their bye week.
Oh, yeah.
So nobody swooped in and grabbed Crosby, Craig's kicker. What a surprise. Then after that was Martavius Bryant by you for $19.
Yeah, and I dropped Curse.
Dropped your boy.
I know.
Your $69 curse.
I know.
Ooh, pause. No, yeah. Wait, is that?
Is that Hopkins?
That's not Hopkins. That's Fuller. Damn it.
Damn it.
What's he doing growing those dreadlocks like Hopkins? Fudge. Anyways. All right, back to... Springfield Ice Toast picked up... Oh, he also picked up Michael Gallup for $24.
All right.
Was this before or after Cooper was traded to Dallas?
I don't know.
Jay Grant
I
for
think after.
Miami was $47 by Disco. I'm a little surprised
Did
at
somebody
that.
own him before? Grant? Didn't somebody drop him?
No, it wasn't me.
Okay. Wasn't me.
And Disco got Kenyon Barner for $93.
Because he doesn't know how numbers work.
Apparently not, because I saw you guys. He was bitching about. He's like, "What the heck? I bet $93.
He said he outbid himself. I don't know how he outbid himself, but
Well, it's a story for another day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, before we go any further, Disco, there's a thing called place value. Now, the 9 is in the tens column, so that means it's $90. The 3's in the 1, so $93, that's a lot of money on a guy who probably won't get a lot of time. Just saying, that's how math works.
Wow. Telling Bigler how math works?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Because he clearly doesn't understand it. He was pretty mad at himself. He called himself retarded.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
I think so. In so many words.
So many words.
In Bigler speak.
Bigler speak, yes. Biglerese.
Yeah, Biglerese.
Okay.
So $93. That was the most, huh?
That was the most, probably all year.
All right. So what do you think? Who got the best pickup of the week?
Hold on one second.
All right.
Damn it. So close.
Gotta stop watching football.
Sorry, it's bad when you're third and goal. Hopkins. Hello. We on?
Yeah.
Oh,
we're still
okay.
going.
All right. My pick of the week,
Yeah.
I would have to say Martavis Bryant for $19. Brian, good job.
Yeah. Who knows where? I'm actually gonna say that as well. He's gonna be the number 1. He's obviously
he's even number 2 behind Jordy Nelson, White Lightning.
I guess.
Jordy was better than him before Cooper left.
Yeah. I guess you're right. Martavis Bryant, I think, has a higher ceiling though.
True. I'll give you that.
Jordy's on the back end of his career, but Martavis Bryant really can't keep it together long term. I'm not looking for a lot to come from it, but if I have to plug and play him 1 week, maybe he'll get me 15 points.
Yeah.
I said that last week about Curse, and he got me 0. All right, so we both picked the same one because it definitely wasn't Barnier.
No, it was not.
93.
It's a 1 week rental.
Yeah.
Trade time, trading guys, excellent. Oh shoot! Oh, no. Should we do that again?
No. Okay, let's do it again. Ready? Trade time, trading guys,
excellent.
Sorry, I blew that.
We muffed that one real bad. Who was right, me or you?
You were right. I was way off. All right.
Man, Brian, well, you're falling apart.
The stupid game's distracting me.
I'm trying to up my game. Bigler called me out and said, "Oh, that thing sucked."
He's just trying to get on your skin. Don't let him get on your skin.
He's just mad because I played a song specifically designed for him.
Exactly.
Say, fuck you.
And he knew that would get under your skin.
Because I got under his song. Because his skin, because he's probably sitting there listening to it, waiting for the usual grabble. And then he's like, wait, what? Dude, Deli just played Ani DeFranco of all freaking songs. The right direction. What a dick. He knows I love Ani DeFranco. That's what he said.
That's funny. Does he actually like her?
Sure, he loves her. He loves her more than Tori Amos.
I like Tori Amos. I'm more of a Tori Amos guy. If I had to choose one of the other.
He said Ani DeFranco all day. Tori Amos is a girl who's just a whiny bitch, and that all she does is scream on her piano and complains about her life. Yada. It's like a 40 long minute.
I don't know. I think Tori Amos is more creative, more interesting. Ani DeFranco is just more angry.
I like anger.
All right, since I butchered that intro, Deli, why don't you give us our first trade that occurred?
Okay, yes, and I would like to say you did butcher that, Brian. You almost made me butcher it because I was so shocked. I was like, I thought we had this found pat.
We did.
So the first trade went down between me and between Space Antelope and Possum Magic.
Okay.
Space Antelope trade away Jalen Richard, Kenyon Drake, and Rod Smith for Julian Edelman, Lamar Miller, and Cole Beasley from the Possum Magic.
All right, I kind of gave my 2 cents on the lineup, more or less. I think that you, on paper, won the trade. How it plays out in real life is anyone's guess, but I mean, Edelman's Brady's man. I think he's going to get more and more targets. And I think the equivalent would be Kenyon Drake. Like, it's like the best value from your team. But he's not going to do anything until Frank Gore is gone, although he has a touchdown tonight. Mm-hmm. And then
he's capable of the big Madden play.
The second player that would come off each board would be Lamar Miller you're getting Lamar Miller, and he's getting Jalen Rich. Did you get Richard? Is that how you pronounce it?
I call him Richard.
Okay. I mean, I think you clearly win that because Lamar Miller's pretty much clear-cut number one in Houston, and Richard, who knows what's going to happen there. And then you win Beasley over Smith. So I don't see... I mean, we're not using the word trade rape anymore, but I think you clearly win this trade.
But do you think it's like a bamboozle?
No, it's not a bamboozle, but I think you won pretty convincingly. I just don't see what you gave away that looks so appealing. I mean, Drake is the most appealing, but after that, I don't know. I mean, Richard, are they talking about him being the feature back?
Yeah, actually. Well, here, let me give you my point of view, Brian.
Maybe not.
So, of course, I wanted Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
Because he's a PPR. Hopefully, he becomes
White?
a PPR monster. Yeah, he's white. It's true. Cole Beasley is white as well.
That's right. I didn't realize that.
But no, Jalen Richard. So, Tree Size needed running back help badly. He had to put in Naheem Hines that he got from somebody else and he was projected like 5 points now, which is ridiculous because somebody, I don't want to use the word trade rape, but bamboozled him.
Even though we said we're not using it, all we're saying is trade rape.
Yeah, it just said bamboozled. But no, Jalen Richard says Marshawn Lynch went down. Yes, everybody's going to be all in the Doug Martin train, but Jalen Richard, I think it was like the second or third most targeted running back.
Is that right?
He was averaging like 6 catches a game.
Okay, I haven't really been following him at all.
And I have not been starting him, and I wish I was. But and I picked him up for nothing. I didn't. Okay. Nobody. I like that they're like, oh yeah, he's definitely a good waiver wire. Well, too late. I got him already. But so he's gonna once the Raiders are gonna be down, which they probably are because they're not gonna have Amari Cooper.
Right.
So they're gonna be throwing. He's the guy that catches out of the backfield. I think he was their second leading receiver, something like that, or maybe leading receiver. So he got him, Kenyon Drake, who's capable of the big play. He could bust out like a 72-yard touchdown. Yeah. Like I said, he's a Madden player waiting to happen. If they would just get Frank Gore out of the way.
Yep.
Adam Gase doesn't know how to coach. Why did you get him in the first place?
Yeah.
Stupid old man River. Rod Smith, back up to Ezekiel Elliott against one of the best offensive lines. And then also, I believe he is a free agent next year. He is a beast. So you got it. Yeah.
He beat you, didn't he?
I don't want to talk about that. But I got him pretty late in the draft. And, Lamar Miller. I mean, I might use him, I might not. I used him today. But I also liked it because I have Deontay Foreman.
Oh, yeah.
So, depending on who it is.
Backup.
Yeah. And Cole Beasley was just a nice little pickup if I need him for a bye week or something. Because he's a possession receiver as well. But I don't really see many great things for him.
No.
But it was more Edelman and Miller for Drake and Richard.
Yeah.
So I think both of us. I think it was a pretty decent, fair trade.
Yeah, I think there's just more like speculation on his part. Like he needs more things to happen for it to work out really well in his favor. You have more like I don't know household names.
Yeah, but
probably gonna get more touches.
He needs the running back help really bad. That's the thing. Yeah. And I had multiple running backs on my bench at the time that I picked up from waiver wires that were starting to come into their own.
Okay.
So I was willing to make some moves because I told him, I said I offered Drake for Edelman straight up. He said he's thinking about it, and I said I'd be open to offers or to counter offer. And this is what he sent me, and I agreed. Okay. I said okay.
And let me
what it takes to get the deal done.
Yeah, let me point this out. Like on paper, it looks like you won, but I would not be surprised if Tree Size wins in the long term. Really, because sometimes the big name doesn't really do much, and maybe Richard will become truly like a machine, for Oakland.
PPR machine.
Yeah. So he might end up winning this trade in the long run.
Yeah, and you can keep him in the draft early.
Yeah,
or late, I should say.
All right, let's look at the trade.
The next trade we got between, and it was I don't know if it's like a counteractive because Dub C was like, I don't know what to say about this trade.
It was very quick too.
He was. I think he saw this and saw the actions that I'd made.
It was within an hour. It was like 45 minutes later.
Yep. So he traded Dub C with Shawshank. He traded Zach Ertz and Taylor Gabriel to Shawshank for Robert Woods and O.J. Howard.
I mean, I think Josh won this by far, just because Zach Ertz is like one of the top 3 tight ends in the league, and you can't put a high enough price on the tight end anymore. Robert Woods is a good receiver, but they're more or less a dime a dozen.
Yeah, plus he's in the LA offense that has a lot of mouths to feed.
Right, but it's hard to find a solid tight end that you're gonna get production out of every week. It's like him, Kelsey, Gronk when he's healthy and playing. And I mean, after that, it's a big drop off.
I don't know what you're smoking, Brian, but there's also this guy named Kittle, Greg Kittle,
I guess
who is the top 3 of the league this year.
Is he for the whole season?
For the whole season.
Okay.
I don't know if you missed his like 97 yards for like 6 catches and a touchdown last week.
I know he's performing, but I don't know if I'd put him in the top 3.
Well, it's only because Gronkowski's performing so bad.
Okay. I'd still put Ertz above him.
I would too.
Yeah.
But
Kittle
is the future.
4. Yeah. All right, we're not talking about your team.
I'm just saying, Brian.
Gotta make everything about
Say
you.
hello to your mother for me.
Keep bringing up that SNL skit.
How's your mother?
Say hello to your mother for me. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to give this one to Shawshank. Not that Robert Woods is anything to sneeze at, but Ertz. Hauschka.
Halushki. I give it to Josh as well. Shawshank wins it.
Josh as well.
Josh.
Are your dentures falling out?
I'm doing my my Adam Sandler thing from that one movie where he's the devil's son.
Oh, right.
I want to say
Nicky.
Little Nicky. Yeah. Sure, my old friend.
All right, so we're both giving this one to Josh. I mean, they clearly just wanted to get on the trade time podcast.
Clearly.
They're just like, oh, let's do something if we can get on this podcast.
Yeah, and Bigler was saying, oh my gosh, send me trade offers.
Anything.
It's something in the air.
Yeah.
Send it to me. No, we're not you suck. Nobody wants to trade with you anymore. We saw what you did to Jimmy. You're an unfair bastard. You pervert. You're a trade pervert. And now, another episode of Demise Theater. Let me go, fuckers! Someone better start explaining before I start chopping dicks off.
Calm down, Brandon. You're safe here.
Who the fuck's Bigler? I'm Disco, motherfuckers. What?
We are here to help you now. Welcome to Reality Springs, where we provide intensive detox from all things fantasy. According to your chart here, it appears that you're here to take a break from fantasy football.
A break? Disco's about to make his playoff run. I'm about to break the league. Who dropped me off here? I swear to fucking God, if I find out it was Bean, I'll fucking end him.
I'm not sure who Bean is, but your girlfriend found you passed out butt naked in front of your phone with, your limp penis in your hand, and when she removed the phone, she reported to find your fantasy team's week 8 matchup on the screen. Does this sound familiar?
Yeah. It's how I spend every Wednesday night. What's your point, fucker?
Well, your girlfriend contacted the last person you mentioned in your lineup, and he brought you here for some assistance. His name is Josh Hayward. Are you familiar?
What? That coke snorting cocksucker. I'm playing him this week. Of course, that cunt liquor Jew bastard would drop me off here.
Yes. We expect you to say all of that. 90% of our patients make similar claims. Don't worry about payment. He's covered your entire 4-day stay.
You idiot. That douche just wants to stop me from putting up a couple of sexy Hondas on his twerking dick bag.
I'm not familiar with sexy Hondas, but your language isn't acceptable here, Brandon.
How about suck my anus? Is that better, Doc?
4 hours later, Disco wakes up from a medically induced nap. Brandon, welcome back. We don't take shit from patients like you're accustomed to in your fantasy league. It's time for you to straighten the fuck up. We're going to keep you here till the Tonto Bowl. Yeah, we know all about your precious league. Frankly, it's pathetic.
All right. You know what? I'll do whatever I have to do to get out of this shithole.
Excellent. We are going to show you some ink blots here, and just tell us what you see. Okay, here's the first one.
Oh, that's easy. It's Randy Moss catching a pass from Tom Brady. Woo, it's sexy as fuck.
Okay, that was an oak tree. All right, how about this one?
I mean, it's me drafting Ridley in the 9th round. So sexy.
All right, we were looking for an alligator in a swamp. All right, one more.
Son of a whore! That's Le'Veon Bell in a jet ski. Are you trying to anger me, you twats?
Calm down, Brandon. Unless you want to take another nap, I think it's clear your obsession runs much deeper than most. We're going to take a few drastic measures.
Whatever. Just get me out of here by week 9 and I'll be fine. Half my team's on the bye this week anyway, you loser.
Now, we are going to try to get to the root of your aggression before we can treat your daily addiction to fantasy football. We have access to your messages and would like you to listen to a few items that you wrote just this week. The first one says, I feel bad for Josh if and when I lose. Disco is going to go up in him.
Yeah, I said that. And?
Brandon, feelings of homosexuality are normal, but your language is crude and disrespectful. Sit back and listen to another. You also said, fuck you, Shady. You love the cock. Might it be you that loves the cock, Mr. Bigler?
Listen, I know what it sounds like, but it's just how we talk on the app.
We see no evidence of such language coming from other members. Hold on, we're not done. You also said, the grown-up in me knows it's just a game, but the kid in me is mad at a few of my blacks this year. Care to comment?
What? Wait, hold on. What are you saying? Detling is the racist one. He uses the word jig. It's jig. It's jig, man. He says jig. Get him in here, not me.
You also said, and of course, Thielen gets another touchy. Fuck you, you white bread piece of honky cracker shit.
At least I'm racist both ways.
While we find your vulgarities to be creative, we have determined that you are the most insensitive and angry patient we have ever encountered. There is only one cure, a cold and shocking dose of reality. Brendan spends the next 48 hours in solitary confinement and is transported to Heinz Field on Sunday just before 1 p.m.
Where the fuck am I? Where the fuck am I? Give me my fucking phone. I need to set my motherfucking lineup.
We can assure you that your team is fine. We gave full control to Kevin Bean this weekend. You can sit back and watch the game. We brought you to a real football game free of screens. Your favorite team, the Browns.
What in the good Lord's name are you trying to do to me?
We're just trying to bring you back to reality, Brandon. To make the transition easier, we brought your opponent this week. But treat him as a real friend, not an enemy from fantasy football. Hey, Disco. Good luck this week. You're going to need it.
Oh, shove a rusty dildo up your twerking ass, Josh.
Brandon, easy does it.
Why the fuck is he on the phone checking his team?
He doesn't have a problem. He has a healthy relationship with fantasy football.
Look, let me see that shit. What the fuck? How the shit did you get Le'Veon on your team?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to thank you for that.
For Nick fucking Chubb? Get the fuck out of here. I don't get a fucking Chubb from getting Nick fucking Chubb.
Well, he is a Brown, Bigler. That seems to make sense since it's your favorite team and all. Yeah, and Bean said it was fair to him since he's currently the power of attorney.
Motherfucking cock-sucking, titty, nigga, pussy-licking, honky, masturbating.
All right. It's clear you're not ready for daylight, Brandon. Let's head back to Reality Springs.
Shit-sucking, wigger, butt-sucking, sex-loving bitch.
Hey, Disco, good luck this week. Stay sexy.
Fuck you, Josh. What's that, Brian? Looks like we got a little thing on the phone there, a little red dot.
Yeah, but listen, it actually says October 4th. Wow, that's like...
We're getting real sloppy with this.
That's like 3 weeks old.
There's a lot of dust on that phone there.
All right, might as well play it.
All right. Ring.
This is Kevin Bean, owner of the Dub C Hooligans. It's time for a little Bean talking. I'm at work right now, so I can't get too into it. I have a request for the league. I think it's an interesting rule change. I would like to become a super flex league where we can play a second quarterback in our flex spot. But hear me out. Only for me. I just feel like my team is horrible enough that I deserve this. Call it grading on a curve. A handicap. But nobody else's quarterback situation is so horrible that they need to trade me for one of mine, and I've got two great ones. So I think the only remedy there is to let me play them both. Or or even a quarterback in a running back spot. So that way I don't have to play one of those running backs. Just simply a proposal, just throwing it out there. I'm throwing myself on the mercy of the court. I think I should be able to play a couple of quarterbacks, or even, all quarterbacks. Can I just have a 10-man roster that's just all quarterbacks? I feel like that's fair. I can pick up whoever's sitting out there on the waivers and I'll play all quarterbacks just to make it interesting. And then we'll see what happens. Get wild. Be loose with it. That's all I got. Bye.
All right, so yeah, it's a 3-week-old message. So we apologize for that being, but at least we're finally getting to it.
Now I can have my cookie.
Yeah, he was rustling in the background. I had to shut that down real fast.
I want my cookie.
Out of respect for Kevin Bean. Anyways, Bean is talking. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's cute. It's a cute call. The thing I found the funniest about it is that I just picture him like in his office trying to keep quiet about it, but there's still people near him, or his door is open and people are listening to his like ridiculous call about his fantasy league, right? And they're just like shaking their head and just like, this is the guy we work for? How the fuck did he get the top job? How is he my boss?
Dick, did he suck to get this job? Because he's terrible. Fantasy football, a job spot.
They send him to the conferences and not me. I play fantasy football, and I'm a lot better. I can't speak. I lost to Kevin Bean since then. Anyways, I don't think you need it anymore. You've got a winning record. You're 4-3. Keep your quarterbacks. That's all I got.
Yeah, so you got 2 good quarterbacks. The league is very deep in quarterbacks. So what? You can't trade one? So what?
Yep.
Screw you.
Never know when you're going to need it.
Yeah, you just trade away Zach Ertz. Good luck, buddy.
This week's matchups from the future in the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
When humans are nearly dead.
Do they still do that bit? They have to.
No, they don't do that bit.
Oh, man, they should.
I keep thinking of that one robot song from Flight of the Conchords.
Ah.
Shoot. It's not in my head.
I'm sure if you sang it, I would know it.
Oh, yeah, you would.
All right, Detling, what's our first matchup of the week?
We have none other than Juju and the Losers versus FC Bohoric, which should be an epic battle, giving Jimmy a chance to no longer be defeated.
Yeah, and by the way, side note, Jimmy, if you called in, which I saw that Google Voice had a call from you, but I didn't get the voicemail, so I don't know what happened. So if you want to, you can call in again. We'll play it next week. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Side note, I won't be here next week. I'll be in Seattle, bitches, and Portland.
All right.
Keep it weird.
There you go. That'll be fun.
Oh, yeah, it is.
When are you leaving?
Thursday.
Thursday, okay.
Thursday, so there won't be any rush to get here to the podcast.
Once we do an early podcast, we'll talk about it.
All right, we'll talk about it.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Matchup.
All right, quarterback. It keeps moving on me. Quarterback, Casey Keenum versus Andy Dalton. Interesting matchup. I am going with, see, keep moving there. I'm going to go with Casey Keenum because they're playing against Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that as well. So one of the only times of the year I'll probably say Case Keenum is the right move. So we give it to him.
All right. And then the wide receivers, we've got Michael Thomas, D.D. Westbrook, and Juju Smith-Schuster versus Marquise Goodwin, Keelan Cole, and I think it's DJ Moore?
DJ, yeah.
DJ Moore.
Yep.
I got to go with Michael Thomas, D.D. Westbrook, and Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, you could have said Jimmy's receivers. That would have been easier.
No, Jimmy's receivers.
I completely agree. The beginning of the year, I liked Goodwin, I liked Cole, but they just haven't panned out as you would have liked them to. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Jimmy's receivers by a mile.
All right, and then the running backs here, we got Royce Freeman and Frank Gore versus Kareem Hunt and Adrian Peterson. I like Justin's running backs.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
I do. You put them together
I did.
instead of saying their names again.
I learned quickly.
Oh, that was incredible. I'm going to go with Kareem Hunt and AP. See, I did the opposite.
You did.
I said their running backs' names.
You're quite a team. Excuse me, I'm still overcoming a little bit of a cold. Tight ends, we got...
No one cares.
No one cares.
Brogan cares.
Brogan cares a little bit. David Njoku versus Rob Gronkowski. I got to go with Rob Gronkowski.
Is he healthy again?
We don't know.
Okay. Yeah, if Gronk's healthy, I'm going to give it to him, but Njoku wouldn't be surprised if he lit up the Steelers.
Because Steelers can't cover tight ends
That's
for
right.
crap.
Yep.
All right. And for the flex position, we got Cortland Sutton versus, I think it's Casey Uzoma. What an intriguing flex position battle here we have.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with, let me go with Uzoma.
Uzoma. Yeah, I'm going to take him as well. Although Sutton did pretty well against you, didn't he? He at least caught a touchdown.
He did catch a touchdown.
Yeah, and you were sweating it there for a little bit.
I was. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, yeah.
Sutton is the future.
Okay.
Demarius Thomas is the past.
That's true.
The kicker. Oh, did you say you're going to take? You're taking Uzoma as well?
Yeah, I'm going to take Uzoma as well, but Manuel Sanders is the present.
He is. He really is. He's good. I wish I... Anyway, kickers. Boswell versus Bailey. You know what? I'm going to go Boswell.
He's getting on track, but I'm going to still go Bailey against New Orleans.
Okay. And defenses, we got Washington defense versus the Giants and the LA Rams versus Green Bay. I got to go Washington versus the Giants.
Yeah, Eli's not really putting a whole lot together this year, and it's hard to go against Aaron Rodgers. Washington.
All right, and for the overall matchup, I think I'm going to pick Jimmy for his first win.
Yeah, I mean, outside of like the running backs and Gronk, if he plays, I mean, he's running. Yeah, I'm going to go with Jimmy as well.
Oh, wow, Jimmy.
Yeah, a little bit of a hard pick, but I think he's going to do it.
The full support of the Tonto's Demise podcasters.
Sorry, Cougar Jet. All right, the next matchup we have this week is from Gangs to Riches, going up against the Bad Luck Bears. All right, and this is going to be a good matchup. We got like number 2 going up against number 4, I believe. Both strong teams this year. So right off the top, we got Cousins going against Breeze. That's a head-to-head matchup. And I'm actually going to give this to Cousins. Surprisingly,
I'm giving it to Breeze.
Are you? Against Minnesota? Minnesota's got a pretty decent defense.
Supposedly Xavier Rhodes is hurt, their top cornerback.
Okay. Did not know that. I'm going to still give it to Cousins over Breeze. All right. Receivers for Gags, we got Jeffrey, Moncrief, and Adams. And then we got Cooks, Evans, and Shepard for the Bad Luck Bears. You know what? I'm going to give this to Jay because they're all going up against some decent defenses. But, yeah, I'm going to go with Cooks, Evans, and Shepard, a.k.a. Jay's receivers.
I got to agree with you there. Mike Evans versus Cincinnati and Cooks versus Green Bay is pretty juicy. I don't think Jeffrey versus Jacksonville is that juicy. It's like a real dry steak.
Yeah. I mean, Jacksonville hasn't been doing much of anything, as Josh could tell you.
Yes. Josh's bun is rotting.
Yeah, rotting. That is moldy.
It is gross. Yeah. It's a Jacksonville greenish blue.
All right, moving on to the running backs. We've got Barkley and Murray. Now, let me just say, Murray was probably one of Gag's best draft picks. Not that he knew for sure that Dalvin Cook was going to be hurt so much, but Murray's been a pretty serviceable backup.
He is. Oh, woe is me. Woe is me. He's on the app. Cook's out for another to week 11. What the F, man? My team sucks. You're 6-1, bro.
Okay. So those guys are going up against Connor and... Is it Rashad or Rashad?
I think it's Rashard.
Ricardo?
I love Ricardo.
I know you do. All right. Even though Connor probably would have a nice day against Cleveland, you can't go against Barkley. Jay would not even go against Barkley in this matchup, so we're going to go with Gags running backs.
I like that you made my decision for me.
Yeah.
But you were correct, sir.
Yeah, all right. Tight ends, we got Kelsey versus Graham.
Kelsey.
Yep, Kelsey. Although Graham's been respectable this year. Sneed versus Fuller in the flex.
Sneed.
You going Sneed?
I'm going Sneed.
All right, I'm gonna go with Fuller
Okay. All right.
All right, and the kickers, we got Greg the Leg versus Vinatieri.
Oh, he's back, baby. He is back in the business. He's back in our league. I like Greg the Leg for the win.
And me too. All right, we're going to bring it down a little bit because
Sorry, my notions got the best of me.
Noel was trying to go to sleep. All right, we got Casey's D going up against Denver or Chicago against the Jets. I'll definitely take Chicago here.
I'll take Chicago, too.
All right, looking up and down these lineups. I think this is actually going to be a really, really good matchup. They both have some strong points. I think that the edge is going to go to Gags based on the strength of quarterback and running back.
All right, I am rooting for Gags simply because it keeps my playoff hopes alive.
All right.
And he's got a strong team. And this next matchup is none other than Disco Wood versus Shawshank Athletics. The quarterbacks are Jameis Winston versus Mitch Trubisky.
All right. And I still think that pickup was pretty good for Trubisky. I'm still going to give this to Winston.
And I'm giving it to Winston, too. He's on fire.
Yeah.
All right. The receivers.
Remember when Fitzpatrick was lighting up the league?
Fitzmagic. He was. I still say he didn't get a fair shake.
No, that was beautiful.
The receivers for Disco are none other than Beckham, Diggs, and Grant versus Robinson, Hilton, and Funchess. I'm going to go with Disco's receivers.
Yeah, this one's close, though. I mean, Hilton, he's back. He got 2 touchdowns last week. But I think that Disco is still going to pull it out, even though he has Grant in there. Yeah, Beckham and Diggs beat Robinson and Hilton. Yeah, so we're going to give it to Disco.
All right, and running backs, we have Breda and Barner versus Carry On My Wayward Son. Let me do what must be done. Carry On Johnson and Nick Chubb. You know what? I'm going to go with Carry On Johnson and Nick Chubb, the rookie duos. Because I don't think Breda's going to stay healthy through the whole game.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Barner gets 2 touchdowns. I really wouldn't. They're going to be against Buffalo.
He's so small.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it to Disco. I really am.
I think it's Gronk time.
It could be if he's healthy.
All right. Tight ends. We've got Jordan Reed versus Zach Ertz, the newly acquired Zach Ertz. Yeah. To Disco's dismay.
Is that game in London?
It is.
Okay.
It is. I'm going Zach Ertz.
Yeah. Jacksonville doesn't scare anybody anymore.
No.
Yeah, Ertz.
Okay. Now the flex position. Marlon Mack, the new star of the league, and Isaiah Crowell, who has faded off a bit. I got to go with Marlon Mack.
Oakland or Chicago? Yeah, Oakland. I'm going Marlon Mack as well.
And the kickers, Gostkowski or Fairbairn?
Gostkowski.
Defense, Baltimore or Jacksonville? 2 quality defenses.
I've got to go with Baltimore, but, I don't know if you watched any of that Carolina game. I was kind of watching it on my phone, the updates. Philly completely shut down Cam Newton the entire first half. Second half, he just came back. He's a machine. But I think Baltimore shuts Carolina down more than the Eagles did, and I think the Eagles take on Jacksonville and London and win that game, so I'm going Baltimore.
All right, first off, did you see it in that Carolina game? Brian, do you know who I am?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who my team is?
Matthew fucking Detling.
Matthew fucking Detling. I root for the Carolina fucking Panthers in the NFC. Okay? Of course I saw that last quarter. And always, Cam Newton's a better fourth quarter quarterback than first, second, and third quarter quarterback. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville.
Okay.
Versus Philly in London, because Jacksonville always plays excellent in London.
Is that true? Yeah.
That's like their home turf.
It's probably gonna be their team.
Yeah, they do better there than they do in Jacksonville.
Well, they better. They better.
Yeah,
they need it.
All right, who are you going for as a total matchup here?
I'm going sexy.
I'm going
sexy almost all day, except for Ertz. That's pretty much it. He's the only person I picked against.
Wow. Hey, I'm gonna pick Josh for the upset. Maybe this will start a downward trend for Bigler.
It could.
This is his bye week, so somebody has to take advantage of him.
Plus, he's in detox.
He is in detox. Probably getting butt effed by some other inmate.
And that's not fantasy. That's reality.
Yep. He's like, back to fantasy, not back to reality, please.
All right. What's the next matchup there, son?
Okay. The next matchup.
I'll take this one.
Okay.
We got none other than Space Animal.
Aggressive.
You did the last one.
I did.
Going up against the Dub C Hooligans, fresh off their win against the Hillbillies with a whopping score of 126. I hope you feel good about that. Who am I kidding? I would. All right. In quarterback position, we got Russell Wilson going up against Jared Goff. Is this Russell Wilson's first start of the year for you?
It is, actually.
All right. Going up against Detroit. I still have to go Goff.
I gotta go Goff, too. Hate to say it.
Hey, fun fact, completely unrelated to this. Did you know that Brett Favre never lost to Detroit at home in his entire career?
I did not know
He
that.
went 18-0 at Lambeau Field against Detroit.
Legendary.
That's impressive. 9 years straight.
That's damn impressive.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at those receivers. Did you say you're going Goff?
I did.
Okay. Receivers. We got on your side Hopkins, Edelman, and Fitzgerald going up against Brown, Lockett, and Woods. Man, Brown looked really good against me last week. Lockett and Woods. Man, I think this is going to be really tight. I really do. Believe it or not, I'm going to give the edge to Dub C. Woods and Brown, I think, are going to defeat Hopkins and Fitzgerald. Edelman's going to be in there in the middle. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Bean.
Are you out of your fucking mind? You
Fitzgerald got
fucking
one.
piece of shit, Brian. You
Fitzgerald gets one touchdown.
You out of your goddamn mind. Sorry, it's Bigler's inside of me still. I can't, and take that for what you will. But, yeah, sure. You're looking at DeAndre Hopkins only has 2.8 points now in the halftime. That's what you're going off of.
That is influencing me a little bit. If that was 20, it might be different.
All right, fine. You're welcome to your opinion. It's wrong. I'm going DeAndre Hopkins, Julian Edelman, and you know what? I'm saying Larry Fitzgerald for the moment. He's going to get a touchdown versus 49ers. Edelman's going to get a touchdown versus Buffalo. And, yeah, suck it, Brian. Can't believe you would pick, what's his name?
Dub
C over my gorgeous receiver. Of course, Dub C is lucking out because he doesn't have to play against Julio Jones, and he knows it. You know it.
Wow, that was angry. All right, moving on to the running backs. On Delhi's side, we got Lindsey and Ingram going up against Mixon and Martin. It's gonna be pretty tight. I gotta go Dub C.
Oh my God, are you fucking nuts, you piece of shit, garbage motherfucker.
Mixon.
Don't make me get angry in front of your daughter.
I'm gonna go Mixon. Mixon, I think.
Just Mixon?
I think Mixon probably defeats Lindsey handily, and I think Martin does enough to get past Ingram.
We don't even know if Royce Freeman's going to play versus Kansas City.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. That's information I did not know.
Maybe you should follow the game, Brian.
I don't care about Lindsey that much.
Well, if you cared about others in the league, you might actually do better in the league. Not be a joke to Craig.
Better than you.
For now.
Okay, come on.
How many championships you got? One, exactly.
All right.
I'm picking Lindsey and Ingram, and it might not even be Ingram. I might go crazy. I might put Mustard in there.
Okay. Go put Michelle in there.
Michelle? I can't put Michelle.
I know.
That's another
I do
thing.
know about that.
Bean is also lucky he doesn't have to go against Michelle.
How long is he going to be
Buffalo? It's a week-to-week basis.
Okay.
I'm not happy about
Probably
it.
3 or 4.
My heart broke when I saw him twist like that, like a pretzel.
Yeah.
I screamed no in the break room.
Are you going with your guys?
Yeah, I'm going with my guys. I think Lindsey's going to have a lot of receptions. It's going to be quite the score.
Could be. All right, we got Kittle versus Howard. Kittle, you're saying, is the third best tight end in the league.
Better pick him.
All right, I'm going Kittle.
Kittle is the right answer.
The newly acquired O.J. Howard. If Ertz was there, I would definitely take Ertz.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah. All right. Flex, we got Miller versus Thompson. I haven't really been following Thompson too closely, but Miller's doing pretty strong for you the first half. I'll give it to you for Miller. Miller time.
I'm going with Miller time as well, baby.
All right, Lutz versus Tucker. Gotta go Tucker.
Yeah, I'll go with Tucker. Barely. The guy's falling apart. He missed his first PAT since high school. It's all a downward trend from there.
That was, and I guess they said they jinxed him, huh?
Did they?
They were saying one of the announcers jinxed him.
Oh, that's malarkey.
It's right before he kicked it, I guess they said he never missed a kick, and then he did it. All right, New England, clearly a better defense going against Buffalo than Arizona going up against San Francisco. However, who does Bean got on the bench? Minnesota. Yeah, you got to keep Minnesota on the bench against New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Yep. Last week he should have played Minnesota. It didn't hurt him. He got lucky. He knows it. All right, New England by a mile.
Something just happened with Lamar Miller. He got 21 points. I don't know what's going on, man.
Like I said, I told you I was going to take him in the flex.
good choice. Who you taking overall, Brian?
Overall, looking up and down these lineups, you're not going to like it. I don't know. It's going to be it's seriously going to be so tight. Your defense could have a huge game. They could put up 40 points easily. Who you going with?
I'm going with myself, you don't.
Of course you are. I mean, Bean's team isn't that strong. However, I like his quarterback better. I like his receivers better. I like Mixon, but then after that, it falls off. I'm gonna give it to you, but not by much.
All right, I like where your head's at. By the way, fun fact: do you know who 10 years ago Jared Goff was so upset that the Niners didn't draft and they were his team?
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they both played at Cal.
Wow.
He said he was really upset as a 10-year-old. He had to be consoled by his dad.
Wouldn't that be cool, though, to see him play for San Francisco? Aaron Rodgers?
Hell yeah. It'd just be cool to see Aaron Rodgers play.
Period,
yeah. All right, this next matchup is none other than Possum Magic versus the Mighty Midgets. All right, at quarterback. Oh, it's a head-to-head matchup, Brian. Booker Mayfield. Baker. Dang it, I keep doing it. I like Booker better. Baker Mayfield versus Ben Roethlisberger. Tick-tock went the clock. And Roethlisberger is going to have nothing but Cleveland's cock.
Oh, yeah, nice. Big Ben, he has never, ever lost to Cleveland at home. He is 10-0. He makes it 11-0. Cleveland has no idea who's even calling the plays. Is it the coach? Is it Haley?
Is it Huey?
What's his name?
Huey Jackson?
Yeah, Huey. I think it's just Hugh. I forget.
Well, I like him. It's Huey, okay?
Huey. But is it Mayfield? No one knows what the hell's going on in Cleveland. I'm going with Big Ben. The Steelers are on track. They're going to crush the Browns. Mayfield might get slaughtered. Who knows? He might not make it out of this game alive.
I would love to see him get his head taken off.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. So we're both going Big Ben. Yeah. All right. Wide receivers for Possum Magic. He's got none other than Jarvis Landry, Emmanuel Sanders, Tyler Boyd. Quite the trio, actually.
Nice.
Adam Thielen, Chris Godwin, and Danny Amendola. I gotta go with Tree Slice's trio, man. They're pretty strong.
Overall, that's good value right there. Landry, Sanders, Boyd. It's a nice trio. It's like a B+.
B+. He's very strong in the wide receiver department. You gotta give that to him.
Yeah. All right, we're giving them both the tree.
All right, and in the running back department, Jalen Richard and Kenyon Drake, both updated. Wow. Okay, look at that, Brian. Versus Alvin Kamara and Chris Carson.
I'm going with trees. I'm gonna go with the tree. I mean, Kamara's been cold lately, and Carson going against Detroit. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I'm gonna give it to Drake and Richard.
I gotta agree with you. I'm kind of looking at the Richard thing and thinking, dang, man, that's actually I wish I had him back on my team, kind of with that 13.21 projection.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Although you're doing all right.
Doing all right
with Lamar tonight.
Lamar. Okay. Tight ends: Trey Boo Boo Burton versus Jared I'm So Big and Black Cook. I'm gonna go Trey Boo Boo.
Trey Boo Boo. Hey, I'll go Tim Burton.
Tim Burton, I like it. That's Craig's, right?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the review.
I didn't either. I don't know if he actually did one. Did he?
I don't know. I'll have to check after this.
I can get an email. I usually get an email.
Oh, well, I'm not on the subscriber list, so.
Well, I don't think he did one.
I just usually type it in. All right, well, okay. We'll find that out later, people. Stay tuned. Or find out yourselves.
Yeah.
Flex position, Golden Tate versus Sammy Watkins. I gotta go Golden Tate.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be pretty close, though. Sammy Watkins has been a decent play this year, since he's on KC. But I'm still going to give this to Tate. He's a target machine.
He is.
Even going against Seattle, yeah, Tate.
All right. Kickers, Bullock or Prater?
Yeah, I'll go Prater.
I'll go Bullock.
All right.
Bullock. Defense, we got Carolina versus Baltimore and Miami versus Houston. I got to go Carolina.
Yeah, I guess. Miami's not doing very well right now, but Carolina might get blown out. I'll go Carolina. They could.
Blown out. Yeah, your mind. I'm playing at home. I'm getting blown out. Jeez, Brian. All right, who do you pick overall?
Overall, looking up and down these lineups, I'm a little bit surprised that he didn't play Deshaun Watson. He's not doing great, but Mayfield over Watson, I don't know, I'm surprised. He might prove me wrong, but overall, I'm actually going to give this to Tree.
You're really thinking alike tonight, Brian.
Other than Big Ben. Big Ben, I think, is going to just crush.
All right, well, I'm thinking Possum Magic as well. I think I might have gave him too many weapons.
Yeah.
Well, he's starting to look like a loaded team here.
Yeah, he's doing all right. He's making a lot of moves this year, and, he's out of money. He's almost out of trades. He's definitely out of transactions. But you know what? He's doing all right. He's pointing up. I feel bad for Crick because he's got a solid team, but he's trending downwards, and he knows it. I'm going Tree.
All right.
And now, the matchup of the week. We have the defending champion sitting up there at 7-0. I'm sorry, 6-0. Jesus Christ, I just gave him the win.
Wow, that's pretty far, Brian.
And I'm trying to figure out his emoji or whatever, his icon there. What is that? It looks like Le'Veon Bell.
No, you know what that is, Brian.
I can't figure it out, seriously.
You can't figure out. That is Clinton Portis, your number one draft pick.
Son of a bitch.
Over Priest Holmes. How you forget so fast?
I was like, is that Bell? Why would he do that? That doesn't make sense.
And there, of course, over in your emoji is none other than Craig dressed as Cher.
It looks like he's pregnant.
Singing, yes. Well, that's would probably be true to the size if Craig did dress up like Cher in that same outfit, singing, was it not Time After Time?
If I could
turn back time. Oh, that's going to be stuck in my head the rest of the night.
It's a great song.
If I could turn back time, would find a way.
All right, we're going to cut you off right there.
Hold on. We'd stop Craig's draft every damn day.
That is right off the fly, folks, if you can't tell.
Go on, Brian, go on.
All right, we got Mahomes going up against Brady. They're tilting towards Mahomes, but I think that's crazy. I think Brady's going to light Buffalo up. He's going to keep that foot right on the gas pedal and just demolish Buffalo.
I like to say, I thought you were going to say, my home Brady. Like my homeboy, my home Brady. Oh man, that's gonna be tough. You know what? I gotta give it to Mahomes. He's just on fire. And until somebody douses that fire out, Brian, you gotta keep on saying it's gonna be him.
Yeah, it's in Kansas City too.
But for our sakes, I do hope that Brady steps on the throat and just keeps pushing down.
Me too. All right. We got for receivers. I've got Gordon, Crabtree, and Galladay going up against Hill, Green, and Baldwin. I'm not afraid of Baldwin at all, but Hill and Green, they are intimidating forces. I hate to say it, but I got to give it to Kibisic's receivers here.
Yeah, you got to go into his receivers as well. Pretty handily, Brian.
Thanks for saying handily. Did you have to do that? Did you have to put that little dig in there?
I did. I'm sorry.
All right, now we're going to the running backs. We've got my boy, David Johnson, and Christian McCaffrey. They've both been underperforming these last few weeks. They need a huge week going up against James White and Cohen. God, I hate the fact that he has James White. I'm still going to go with my boys. I think Cohen has a down week, and I think I edge this one out.
You know what? I got to give him to your boys as well, Brian, because this is one thing that's in your advantage. Brian, every time, he wants James White, but you're the guy that's throwing the ball to him.
That's true.
That's true. James White doesn't really run the ball.
That's also true. The good thing about David Johnson is, do you know who their offensive coordinator is now?
I do. It's Byron Leftwich.
I love it. That guy's funny, too.
Is he?
Yeah. Remember when he referred to the Steelers quarterback, especially when he was backing up Ben? He said he is the absolute slowest quarterback to ever play the position.
By himself?
Yeah.
That's funny. I like it. He does have like a very long wind-up.
Yeah. But they said he's going to try and go back to what Bruce Arians was doing with David Johnson, so I think it can only be a good thing for him. So
I hope it's a good thing for Larry Fitzgerald as well.
Yeah. I just hope it's a good thing for Arizona, period.
Yes.
All right, Ebron versus Olsen. I'm going to give it to Ebron. Olsen's still, he's still coming back.
I'm giving it to Ebron as well because Olsen's going against Baltimore.
And what about Doyle? How's he doing?
He's
I'm just curious.
He's a limited practice, so he might play, but there isn't too much going on right now.
All right. In the flex, this is actually a good matchup here.
A very worthy flex.
Yeah, the first time in a long time. We got Gurley going against Brown. I'm going to give it to Brown against Cleveland.
Ooh.
Gurley's going against Green Bay. They have a formidable defense. I know it's Gurley.
I got to go Gurley. It's Gurley.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? I think I get it. It's It's a good matchup. It could go either way. I just hope that Gurley has his first down week. Have you looked at his weekly totals? They're disgusting.
I have. The weekly totals. I mean, I looked at them, but one statistic that they said it was on ESPN, so I'm not quite sure where they got their stats, but they said fantasy wise, Gurley has 88 points this year. Buffalo Bills' entire team has 81.
Wow.
That's
like all of their offensive players?
Yeah, I believe
That's
so.
Crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, Gurley, I think his lowest week might be like 27 in our league. It's disgusting.
But we count, I guess it's just like a yardage and touchdown league maybe.
Yeah, but it's disgusting. All right.
It is disgusting.
Butker versus Crosby. I'm going
Butker.
Pittsburgh versus Cleveland, or the Jets versus Chicago.
I go Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I really think Pittsburgh has a chance to just completely dominate here. It's taken a lot for me to not play Philly versus Jacksonville. Philly's just disappointed me time and time again. I know Jacksonville's can't figure shit out, but I got to go with Pittsburgh coming off the bye against Cleveland, who has no idea who's calling the plays. All right, looking up and down these lineups, what are you thinking? I mean, clearly he's got the advantage in terms of projections. I think I have a shot to take him down. I really do. I feel like I got a good shot this week.
All right. Well, Brian, fortunately, this isn't real life where you can come up with some crazy war strategy to flank him from the left, lead him in from the right, and attack him from behind without him knowing. This isn't America versus Germany.
Yeah.
I have to go with Craig. He's got the loaded team until I see somebody take him down, which I hope you do. Or actually, maybe I hope you don't, because it helps me out.
Yeah,
as long as
true.
I keep thinking about myself. I hate to be selfish, but hey, it's fantasy football.
Make playoffs.
Yeah, but either way, I think I'd still pick a Craig. I hate to say it.
I really think that I have a good shot. Here's why. 2 reasons. Pittsburgh's D could come up huge this week, and I think David Johnson could have a week that he gets on track. So I'm going to say that. And plus, I think Brady's going to be just throwing the ball nonstop without Sony Michel. I think he has a chance for a good 60-point game. I'm saying those 3 players could take me over the top. The only way I beat Craig is if I score over 200 points.
Well, that's true. It's true. And I believe this is also a double-edged sword, Brian, because I believe I have Tom Brady starting in our league, since we're playing it against each other head-to-head.
Ah, yes, that's true.
Tom Brady does well for you here. He does well for me there. But you'd probably rather win this league.
Yeah, absolutely, because that other league I might not even make playoffs at this point, and I'm playing Deshaun Watson. She's sucking this tonight.
Okay.
All right. All right, now for another installment of Would You Rather, Delling. All right, here's your 2 choices.
Oh, brother. Here we go.
Since we're in the weeks of these ridiculous jackpots for, all the lotteries.
Oh, my gosh.
Would you rather
Okay.
win the Powerball or Mega Millions and win that $1 billion? However, if you win that money, you more or less have to go in seclusion because you're afraid of everybody trying to steal your money, and you can only really have close contact with a handful of people for the rest of your life because you can't trust anybody outside of that. You no longer work. You no longer really associate with, the peasants. You don't really go through your daily life.
Peasants?
Yeah. Well, at this point, you're a billionaire. You don't really live a normal life.
Okay.
Or would you rather live the life that you're living now, maybe make a little bit more money, maybe you're at a 6-figure salary, but you live a normal life, you're happy, and you don't have to look over your shoulder at the next lawsuit? Which one do you take?
I like the lawsuit. Okay, well, how many people do I get to hang out with?
As many as you want.
No, I mean, if I'm like a billionaire.
If you're a billionaire, you probably just your family and maybe like 5 people. Like, that's it.
Like 5 people?
Yeah. Because you just don't, and you become more of a hermit because you live in a life of, just a life of fear.
Life of fear?
Yeah, fear that
people
are going to rob you, people are going to steal from you, people are going to backstab you, people are going to possibly cause lawsuits.
All right. Well,
you're living in just basically like a mansion that's just got like security gates all around it, security dogs, security team.
Well, I can't have a team because those are people I'm in contact with. Right. So it's just like a haunted house on a hill.
It's just like, they're all right. You get the premise.
I get it. Okay. Hey, that's a tough one. Be a billionaire, not have to worry about money again.
Or you work the rest of your life comfortably. You might make six figures.
Salaries.
Like just over six figures. We're not talking like 500,000.
A lot more than I make now. What was it? What was the rest of it? 100,000?
No, you just live a happy, normal life, and you can not have to worry about anything really. You're comfortable.
I guess I'd probably go with the be comfortable one. If I can live a normal life and still be able to like take trips. Because if I'm a billionaire and you tell me I gotta stay on a secluded area, I can't go travel.
You're like in a bunker, basically.
That sounds like a terrible life.
Yeah, but you'd never have to think about money again. Never have to worry about money again. Never have to work another day in your life.
True, but I'm a debtling, Brian.
Yeah.
And if you give me $100,000 a year, you think I'm gonna have to worry about money again?
No.
Exactly. I'm gonna take $100,000 or six-figure salary for the win, Brian, Mr. Trebek.
All right.
And hanging out with my friends,
Yeah.
a decent house, family. It sounds like the way better option to go with. And I keep thinking about things like when people, it wasn't quite like 1.5 billion for the million, like I think like one guy won like 400 some $1 million and then like took like a suitcase of cash. First of all, you're a moron to do this to like a strip club with like $500,000 and like he basically got robbed. I don't know if he got killed or not.
Wow.
But I've heard stories of people getting killed for the money and stuff like that. So, or they just make stupid decisions and they're broke.
Right. One way or the other sometimes ends wrong.
Yeah. So I would much rather have a happy life with a six-figure salary is like the equivalent of winning the lottery to me. I don't know everybody's salaries in our league, but if any of you have a six-figure salary, you're pretty darn lucky.
Yeah, and I'd probably take that one too. Even though I don't know about you, I played the Mega Millions, I played the Powerball. It's fun to
play the Mega Millions.
Yeah, it's fun to dream.
My whole family actually, we all bought tickets and we said we'd split it like cousins and everything.
Okay.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Kirk Cousins?
Kurt? No.
Oh, okay.
That guy already got his payday. He's not involved in the family anymore. He left us.
He's not worried.
He signed his contract. He said, "How do you like that? How do you like me now?" I said, "You're such a dick at Thanksgiving, Kirk."
All right. That's all I got this week.
All right.
Any final thoughts for the upcoming week?
Final thoughts for the upcoming week. Well, I hope to beat Bean. If I don't, congrats, Bean. If I do, suck it. And I hope to march forward back to the playoff chase to feel comfortable. Like I don't think I'll be comfortable till like week 12 or 13 or something. No, 12, right? Wait, 13.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I dug a hole basically.
Unless you go on a 4-0 run here.
Or a 6-0 run like Craig.
Ooh, yeah.
So, but yeah, and if we don't have a podcast next week, I apologize. Hopefully, Bean and Bigler can do something like they tried this time, and actually both voices will be on the podcast. I will be in Seattle and Portland, so I will try to find a Steelers bar and watch if we can, if we have time. I'm gonna go try to enjoy myself and have vacation. I'm gonna see a lot of cool. I'm actually pretty excited. There's a lot of cool things to do out there, and I like the Northwest. I just can't afford to live there.
Yeah, it's one place I never visited before. I'd like to.
You should. I recommend Seattle.
Excited. Yeah, I know you've been to Vancouver too, right?
I love Vancouver.
I'd love to go there.
And Vancouver Island.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to go to Northwest and I want to go to the Northeast. I want to hit all the Norths.
All the Norths. It's funny. I was talking to Brogan and we were talking about what she say. She's like, "Oh, I've always wanted to go to the Northwest." And I go, "Why did you always want to go to the Northwest?" And she goes, "Was it because of Twilight, the movie?" And she goes, "Actually, it was."
That's funny.
I laughed. I said because she wants to see like all the beautiful scenery in the movies. And I go, "You know what? I actually went to the place where Twilight was made." Like on the Vancouver Island or whatever it was. And I said, and we didn't even know that it was made there. Like we were going through this small town and like they had all kinds of like shops, like Twilight shops. And we're like, what the hell's going on? And we're like, this is kind of sad. And then we're at the diner and one was like, oh yeah, this is where Twilight was made. Oh, we have tons of tourists that came here and wanted to see it with Bella and all this other stuff. And we're like, my gosh, this is kind of weird. Still kind of sad, but it was. But as overall, the place was really cool.
Nice,
and beautiful.
And Brogan loved you a little bit more.
a little bit more. Is that possible? Brian, I wanted to go to Florence in Italy, and to see the statue of David.
Yeah.
Brogan said, "Babe, first of all, babe, tell Brian to say how's his mother?
Oh
Say
my
hi to your
God.
mother."
Oh my God.
No, but then she said, "Babe, what do you need to go to Florence for?" I said, "I need to go see the statue of David." She said, "Babe, you already got the statue of David. You have the body of David right in the mirror when you look at
my
it."
God.
And I said, "Oh, babe, you're the sweetest." I said, "Yeah, screw Florence. Let's go to Pompeii."
That's so funny. You know, he's not really hung that well.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything whether I'm hung that well either. I just think it's probably bigger than Justin Bieber's, because from what I've heard. I mean, when Sarah sings little boy blue, what's that, little boy blue in the moon,
Yeah.
or whatever it is, she's singing about Justin's penis.
Go blow your horn.
Go blow your horn. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, she's always
I've
said
never
that.
heard her sing that.
No, she usually hums it.
Yeah.
It's great. You should go hang out with her once in a while. She'll sing it.
That's pretty funny. All right, I think that's a great place to end this podcast on Justin's Little Boy Blue.
Little boy blue.
Are you ready, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm always ready, Brian.